kids, or y'all. So join me as I complete painting this room that I am renovating. So it's almost actually done. So you get to, I saved the best for last. So you get to see the end part of everything. And I'm almost out of paint. Oh, we're almost out of paint. Right? I'm almost out of paint. The we is just between you and I here. Okay. So I'm almost out of paint, but so if you don't know the tools for painting, you will know them today. Yeah, I'm almost out of paint, but we'll try to make it work. And actually, that's the secret of this video, is to try to utilize the little that we have, because it's somewhere around here. It's by Deluxe. It's a deluxe paint for interiors and door trimming. And it's white. It's oil paint. So we have a paintbrush. This is the paintbrush that you use when you paint. I don't want to say you don't use it when you're painting art, because an artist out there is probably using it. Like, you know what, I'm going to use a paintbrush today that is used in home interior. So this is the paintbrush that is used actually for home painting. And then there's this. I don't have any clue what it's called. I don't even want to lie to myself. But this is where you pour the paint. There's where you pour the paint. So you'll see that there's like an area where it's flat, and then there's another area where it's just, it's not actually completely flat. There's a bit of some lines, and then where there's lines, that's where you sustain your paint. And how do we sustain our paint? It's simple. Just as we have to sustain our paint right now because it's not enough, we're just going to pour a little bit of it inside here, the area where it's flat. We're going to pour the paint into the area and onto an area where it's flat. And we're just going to take a little bit of it, and then we roll the brush on the area where there's lines. Now, the work and energy is going to come from you, because you're going to need to work the brush. Really need to work through it, because you don't have enough paint. But if you had more than enough, you wouldn't even actually bother much with rolling this on the area where there's lines, and you just wouldn't have to use a lot of energy when it comes to painting your wall. So let's do that. Trying to remember if there's anything that I've forgotten. Oh, there is. Protection. I'm sorry that my gloves are not looking the same, but I had to make it work. You know, and these are cleaning gloves, but you could just use them, you know, make it work. So yeah, protection. You have your gloves. You don't want paint all over your body. I'm just really wearing this home clothes right now because I don't have an option. I don't have an option. It was the closest thing that I could find. But these are also giving me air. You know, I wouldn't want to work with, God, overalls, covered, sweating. I'm already sweating, and I don't even have anything covering me up except this light, and it's super light thing, and I'm already sweating. So anyway, when it comes to wearing, wear something that is suitable for you and that will make you feel comfortable. But more when it comes to the protective wear, You have your gloves, you have your mask, and proper shoes. Proper shoes. I would say glasses too for your eyes, because you don't really smell the paint with your eyes, but it can be toxic. I mean, you don't smell the sun, but you have to wear your shades to protect yourself from the sun, because there is some chemical emission that does come from the paint. We might not know about it, but even if you have your mask on, or when you have your mask on, you can smell the paint somehow through your eyes. And I'm right. I mean, you should try it. If you haven't tried it, you should try it. So if you have the glass protective wear for your eyes, go ahead and use them. I'm not using them, unfortunately, because I don't have them. But let's get to work. Now I'm going to pour this paint, and we're going to finish this. I think I tried my whole best here. Okay. This is not the best mask to use, but hey, you gotta make it work. You gotta make it work. Generally, this is not the mask that is used in building. So it's actually, it would help if you could recognize how this is. In terms of flatness, I was talking about inside. So you see how it looks, it's sloped, where it's flat, and there's like a depression inside. That's where you pour your paint. And then where it's a bit risen, that's where you roll your brush. Whoop. Yeah. Okay. Let's try to save some. But okay, it's not much work because we're almost done. And then another thing before we wrap up is to have something to support the base of your wall. So usually people make things work by using newspapers. So if you have, let's say, advertisement papers, say by a tech company, and you've already went through them, and you haven't gotten anything from that tech company, and you don't want anything from that tech company, go ahead and use them. So you're just going to line them. This is a newspaper, okay? Anything really that is flat, line them. And yeah, this is how it's going to face to your wall. Okay. You have that, and then you make it face that way to your wall, and make sure that it's flat on the wall, so that when you are painting and rolling your brush down, the paint does not drip directly on the floor, but it drips on the paper. That was the last thing. That is our nutshell wrap. That's how we wrap it up in your nutshell. In a nutshell. Okay. It looks a bit like solid here now because I had already used it, and I think that I didn't quite close the paint, and air flowed into it, and unfortunately it dried up a bit, but I had to poke a hole inside it then. the right paint came out. So make sure that you close your container, close your paint once you are through with it, once you're done using it, because you don't want all of that paint to go to waste. Right, now there's your brush. See? Just roll it in such a way that I think you already know what I want to say at this point. But roll it in such a way that you have the paint smeared all over the brush. Yeah. Now we're going to have to put in some energy, and I don't want you to see that because I'm going to look very funny doing it. So, just okay. See, this is how it looks like because there's not enough paint, right? This is how it looks like. But when you put in more work, gonna have to get rid of this. That's the paint that dried up from not covering up, from not closing. Just go. See how I'm struggling to put in all the work? I'm almost out of breath. Somebody call 999. Now we struggled, but we got it done. So that's your key to sustainability. You kind of need to sweat more than you should. Whew. So that's all from the video, and if you want to get engaged in it, I mean this in the practice, not the video, go on and do it and have a little bit of fun. Yes, so I hate asking for likes. I hate asking for likes. So I don't know, like, subscribe, I guess. But thank you for watching.